Me on the broadcast is Ajaita Shah, the founder of Frontier Markets, which is an Indian social commerce platform that works with women and for them to provide last mile connection to rural households. Using convenient smartphone technology, it helps a fast growing community of women entrepreneurs connect to more than 1 million women customers in thousands of villages. Ajaita was once such women leader who took over the Prime Minister's social media handle today. First of all, thank you for joining us on NewsX. I must begin by asking you, what did it feel like when you were asked to share your story on Prime Minister's social media handle?
What did it feel like? I mean, it's the most incredible honor that one can possibly feel. I was just talking to a few of our amazing partners, Startup India, Gates Foundation, Mastercard. Like, there's so many different amazing partners, I can tell you. I was a giddy little girl. I really was quite humbled and excited because obviously the Prime Minister's handle is how our work reaches not just the national level of masses but the global level of masses, which is really exciting, to say the least.
All right, we've told our viewers a little bit about Frontier Markets, but can you explain further what's your company all about?
Yeah, so maybe taking a step back, right? Because everyone always hears my accent and they know that it's not obviously Desi. I grew up in America, but my family very proudly is from Rajasthan, from Jaipur. We have a 300-year story. And so I was first born in New York, moved to India when I was 20, and was inspired by the work that was happening on the ground in the microfinance sector, where we started recognizing that what does it mean? What does Bharat India really mean? And how do we actually understand the power of women themselves? And I think the microfinance sector, or I would say the self-help group sector, has proven that when you invest in women, taraqi can happen, right? Women are talwars in a really big way. I saw 700,000 villages. I saw 800 million people that deserve to have a voice and that deserve to be seen, and more importantly, where women would be the assets to make that happen. And so I set up Frontier Markets because I saw there was a gap. How do we get the right services and products to people where they live? How should we have the ability that someone should not walk more than 15 minutes to get everything that they need? But in order to make that happen, what we realized very quickly was that people didn't really understand rural families, right? We appreciate agri families, we appreciate Bharat India for its masses, its numbers, but do we really know who a rural family is and what their challenges are? So I built Frontier Markets with a vision that was basically saying, can we become the largest platform that connects services to people with a lens of dignity? Because Bharat India is the most important place in my mind. Women are at the center of this. So we created a tech platform with women entrepreneurs because we fundamentally believe that we can actually create a supply chain or an ecosystem that basically enables services to reach the masses in a big way, and why women were at that center. 15.7 million women today are entrepreneurs in this country. 100 million women today are part of the SAG infrastructure. 800 million people are a part of Bharat India. So how do we ensure we can see them, understand them, and make sure the services reach them? So today, Frontier Markets invested in those women in partnership with government, in partnership with nonprofits, but actually basically bringing a technology innovation, which is the Meri Saheli app, that has been game-changing, designed by women, for women, with women, local, vernacular, AI-enabled, all the amazing things, to essentially help women build what we call the Phygital Dukan. So she is the Phygital Dukan, ghar ke dwara, har cheezon ke liye, sab log ke liye, in the village that she lives. But using technology, which she's able to also ask the right questions, so we understand who are these people, what do they need, and how do we ensure that we can then deliver the right services. 35,000 women entrepreneurs, a million families, as you've already said, 4,000 villages, 3 states of the country, over 70 million solutions in agriculture and digital banking, in FMCG, in essential cares, et cetera, all being driven by these women who have become these Saral Jeevan Sahelis, easy life friends, who ultimately now have become the Shah Rukh Khans of the world, going ki aapki kya samasya hai, main hu na, main theek kar dungi. And it's a very powerful moment because these women have become the talwars of their villages. They've become the reputation of their villages, but they're also earning real money. And these are women that were married at the age of 14. And today at 18, 30, or 60 are really contributing to their families and changing the lives of their villages in a big way.
All right. How many women's lives have you impacted through your initiative?
So I would say, because we are in now, I guess, 3,000 to 4,000 villages across 3 states of the country, it's officially 1 million women, because we have a gender lens. 1 million women's lives have been impacted because we've been able to help them get access to things that people didn't understand. But we've also enabled over 35,000 women to actually have real business income opportunities where they've earned, we talk about Lakpati Didi, we talk about Nari Shakti, we talk about all of this, and they are really the center of all of this in a really big way.
All right. And how do you hope to expand frontier markets further? What's the larger plan?
Yeah, so I mean, look, India is, in my opinion, the most important place because of our masses. Like I said, we have 100 million women that are part of the SHG infrastructure, 800 million people that are part of the agri infrastructure of Bharat India, and 15.7 million women that are businesses that want to be seen. And we are obviously in multiple states and we cover 700,000 villages. These are really big numbers. So our vision is that by 2028, we should be able to scale to 1 million women entrepreneurs, Sahelis, reaching 50 million rural families and unlocking the voices of 350 million people to help then innovate services to the last mile, but also unlock money, but also unlock opportunity and let these women be seen. And, but more importantly, I also think that what is exciting about India is that we are really the role models of the world. And I think that there's a huge opportunity for us to then bring this to the global south. So countries in Africa, countries in Southeast Asia, because I think what we've done works well. So in the next 3 years, 2030 or 2028 vision is India, 2030 vision is the world.
My last question to you is, what's your message to women on International Women's Day?
One would say that, many times people have asked me this question of how challenging is it to be a women entrepreneur, or what are the barriers? I believe that my message to women today is recognize your power, recognize your authenticity, recognize your assets. And I'll just say, we are trust builders, we are community creators, we are partnership people, we are multitaskers, we are innovators, and most importantly, I would say investing in us is the smartest thing that one can do. And I would say that hold your power, hold it, because what you can do creates dynamics. And I would just say last, in my opinion, I really do want to thank Startup India, and I want to thank the Prime Minister for taking this on, and I want to thank the government for what they've done, because they really have believed in women. There's an infrastructure and a world here where women can be powerful, and we are in a country that recognizes it. And so I believe that this is the best place to be. Own your power, own your courage, own your resilience, and know that you can change the world.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the telecast and sharing all of those details. Meanwhile, let's shift our focus to some news coming in from Karnataka.